One of my favorite 3rd edition books was Fiend Folio. It features a lot of monsters that they've actually been bringing back into the Dungeons and Dragons lore, as well as some that we might not see more of yet. The Caryatid columns are one of my favorites because, of course, I got to watch a level 20 NPC ruin their magical ancestral sword on one of these. They have an ability to break weapons, and I believe even when attacking them, you have to make a saving throw or your weapon will break. They're usually CR6. This book was released, it's 3rd edition rules, but then they came out with a list of updates on the website, and I'll show you those in a bit too. The Crawling Head was another one, same campaign. I had one of these bite the head off of my dwarf rogue, so that was a whole fun thing. They were CR20, just huge undead. I really like these because, of course, they are creepy, and it's like, oh, it's a giant head, that's not bad. But then if they crit, they just take your head. Crypt things have kind of a very older edition kind of feel to them. They could honestly just, if you were bugging them in a dungeon, could just whisk you away miles away. That was pretty cool. We had one of our players piss one of these off, and then he didn't get to adventure with us for a bit because he was sent like hundreds of miles in the wrong direction, and eventually we teamed up with him again. But yeah, these things were pretty cool, and I would just put skeletons wearing robes in dungeons after that, just to make my players a little bit more wary. They just brought the Demodans back from in the Planescape adventure. They actually put stats for these guys in there, but they're evil outsiders, neutral evil outsiders that are like kind of demons and devils, but have kind of a different mindset. If I remember, they were more like jailers in, what is it? It was Carcerai. But yeah, these guys are cool. Again, nice mid-range to higher level kind of CR monsters. And this guy, I'm not awake enough to try to pronounce this guy, but if you look here, challenge rating 25. They were huge outsiders that could eat pit fiends. I think that's really cool. But I love having the teeth in the stomach. Another older monster brought forward was the Disenchanter. These were great because they could completely disenchant magic items. So definitely the CR17 makes sense. They were more horse size. I think originally these would be more like giraffe size. More of a huge creature. I definitely need to sculpt some of these of my own. In the Big B's Giant book, they just brought the Fenseer back in as well. This again is the 3rd edition rules on them. I like having large, kind of smart giants getting food for a huge ally of theirs that is also a giant. And the last one I want to talk about today is the Helathoin. These were, again, huge undead that would just have armies of like vampires spawn following them around. They would just have the ability to create undead around them, which is cool, as well as could give them bonus hit dice and things like that. They themselves could actually like spray blood fiend bugs at people. It's just bizarre stuff. I loved them. Kind of looked like the skeletal dragon or zombie dragon without wings. So again, this is another one I need to sculpt my own. And back in the day, we didn't have like D&D Beyond. We had the Wizards of the Coast website. We'd have to find like the D&D part of it, and they would have these update tables and update rules where you would actually download this. You could print it out. It would have the updated rules from 3rd to 3.5, and most of it was just like damage reduction or things like that. But and sometimes it was actual bits of And for all the constructs, it would have all of the different details on how to make them with the updated costs. But yeah, cool stuff.